The title of today's class is The Psychology of Working for Yourself. The Psychology of Working for Yourself. The subtitle is Starting Your Own Business. Starting Your Own Business. I was reviewing my own life and business because I want to draw from personal experiences, because that's the most real, that comes from deep within myself. And as all my lectures, I go from inspiration and I read the book of my own heart. Turns out I've had 15 businesses. If I would have talked to you yesterday, I might have thought it was 12. And I started saying, no, that was a business. That was a business. So 15. Now, when we talk about, we're going to be talking about going into your own business full-time, but the same principles would apply as if you're going to work for yourself part-time. But we're going to be talking in terms of a full-time approach, and I'll make mention about part-time as well. Now, you can be working for yourself as an independent contractor. For instance, you can have a job driving a truck for one company as an employee. But then if you work for another company, you end up making payments on the truck, and you're an independent contractor. As an independent contractor, you take care of your own taxes. You can take on work for different companies. You don't just get paid out of one. You're not just eating out of one bowl. It's good if you can eat out of several different bowls. Something goes wrong here, you've got something there. So you can be an independent contractor. You could be an investor, investing in stocks and real estate, just making your money work for you if you're in that situation. You could be a broker, selling insurance or brokering lumber, finding buyers who want it and people who could provide it. You're a broker. You're in business for yourself as a broker. You can have a retail business. You set up a store, sell health food products, sell vacuum cleaners, whatever. You could be a wholesaler, where you get it from the manufacturer and then you sell it to retail stores and they sell it to the consumer. Or you can even be a distributor, where you're distributing to wholesalers, you're selling to wholesalers, you're selling to retailers. So there are many ways of working for yourself. Are there any questions on these categories where you're working for yourself? Keep in mind, most people ought to work for themselves because they can create their own schedules. We're going to talk about the barriers why a lot of people don't want to. You create your own hours. You have the privilege of working 24/7 when you start your own business. To begin with, you have to be willing to do that. But a lot of people go to it because they find they were abused on the job. They find a lot of unfairnesses, injustices, so they feel driven to it. In my case, I've been in business for myself for over 40 years. That's why I've had 15 businesses. My father said, we Nerenbergs have to work for ourselves. It's in our blood. And besides, when we work for other people, they fire us. So that's why I've had 15 businesses. Yeah. So you could be a misfit like me, and that'll get you going business. And I made money on most of them, and some I didn't. Any questions so far on this part of the introduction of the types of businesses and types of ways of working for yourself? Yeah, Dr. Rainwater.
With all these distributor, wholesaler, and what have you, do you need a business license for those? Well,
you know, certainly when you're a retailer, you do. And this question, my wife's smiling right now, because certainly if you're a retailer, you do. But let's say you're an internet marketer, and you deal with people all over the world. There's a question mark. I don't think so. If you're an internet marketer, I have to say I'm not 100% positive, but I don't think so in that case. Yeah, I would have to say that now. And also, if you're a truck driver, see, generally, if you have a business license, anytime you do business you need a license. So that's an issue. You need a license any town you do business in. So a lot of times, it's not even practical. But it's an issue that has to be dealt with. It's a good question. I don't have the best answer for all areas, but I suspect you don't have to in the internet business, but definitely in retail, the other extreme, you do. That I can tell you. I remember when I had a photography business. If we did business in any town, a photographer went there, supposedly he was supposed to have a business license for each town he shot photographs in, even though he's an independent contractor. I don't think most of them did that, but nonetheless, I think that's the law, if I remember correctly.